So 3 years ago, we were living full-time in an RV, traveling to all the national parks, and we shot a video about what our oldest children think it's like to have a brother who has autism. Now we need to update this video because now they have two brothers who have autism. Ezra has level 3 autism, Simon has level 1 autism, and they have some pretty entertaining things to share about what it's like having two autistic brothers.
And Ezra really likes when we kind of do a little tickle fight.
If Ezra ever saw Simon play with something, then Ezra had to take it away.
And I feel happy when he's happy, and when he's sad, I feel sad.
I always try to assume intelligence.
And they blessed my outlook on life.
I think if you had a chance to get to know my brothers, they would teach you to be understanding, loving, and kind. That's a lesson that the world needs.
Because there's no normal. My name is Maria and I'm 11 years old.
I'm Mark and I'm 15 years old.
I'm Bethan and I'm 13 years old.
And I have two autistic brothers.
So, what is it like having two autistic brothers?
I think it's like fun, but yet kind of challenging. Cause like it's fun because I don't know, Simon's just hilarious, and then Ezra just like laughs sometimes for no reasons. I mean, it's normal for me because I'm used to it, but for other people, they'll probably like stare at them and be like, "Why isn't this child obeying? And then why is this child screaming but yet happy?" When I see that, it's just normal. It's every day.
Simon and Ezra are both autistic, but they're different from each other. Simon, you can like talk with, and Ezra, he'll just grab your hand and take you to stuff. It's really difficult for Ezra to communicate. Simon really likes cars, and he likes the robot cat thing we got, and he'll like sleep with it. He's kind of obsessed with it. And Ezra likes cords, and really just the ones he can't have. It's normal for us.
Comment, like, and subscribe, because I clean my room for you.
Also, we are writing a book. Make sure and check that out in the link in the description. Lots of fun things coming. We're so excited to share that with you. What are some blessings that you have in your life because you have two autistic brothers?
One of the biggest blessings that I've been able to receive from Ezra and Simon is the ability to just celebrate small and simple things and small and simple accomplishments that they've made. When, they go on the potty, and when they, learn how to spell a word or say something, or when Ezra can actually communicate what he wants through his iPad or through his RPM, it brings a different light into our family.
There are blessings that come from having autistic brothers in your home. There's a lot more joy, I think, because they'll be happy about very simple things.
So sometimes when people are like mad at each other, and then Ezra, he just like looks at them and he just starts laughing. He thinks it's so funny, especially when like he steals a cord from Dad, and Dad's like, "Ezra, no, don't take the cord again," and he just laughs like crazy. And I think that just like lightens up the mood. And then Simon, sometimes he just doesn't understand why people are mad. Even in the car today, people were getting mad, and then Simon said, like, no, be mad. Be happy. So funny. And then I was like, okay, I don't think that's really how it works. I was like, no, be happy. It's just so funny.
Is it sometimes hard having autistic brothers?
Yes, definitely. Simon, usually it's either like put him to bed or he just doesn't want to do something. And then Ezra, if he sees something that I really wants, then he'll go for it, and then we'll be like, no, you can't have it, and then he'll start screaming, and then this, and then that. And it's just really hard for really who's ever taking care of them, me or my siblings or Mom and Dad. Sometimes it's really hard when Ezra escapes, and one time I actually put them to bed. I mean, with help, of course, but I put them to bed, and then when I closed the door, I went to do something, and then I heard Simon screaming, and I was like, usually Simon doesn't scream. I came in, and I saw Ezra, And I was like, somehow somebody probably didn't zip it all up all the way. So I put him in. Ezra's just laughing like crazy. He's like, I got out this time. And then I put him in, and then I made sure that I zipped it all the way up. And you can watch the video here. And yeah, and when he was laughing, I put him in, and then I zipped it all the way up. And if you see the video, it's made for people or kids who are like trying to escape, basically. So he couldn't escape. And then I left the room. He's like, I heard Simon screaming, "No, zip it up. Get in. Zip it up." And then I went in the room and I'm like, what? And Ezra had escaped. And I was like so confused. And he's never done it ever again. So I don't know.
Just recently, I had been gone for a week, and when I came back, I got to clean up a big mess that Ezra made. That type of thing happens all the time. It's also hard to see Ezra have a hard time and not know how to help him.
Now, share a fun story about your brothers.
So a couple weeks ago, at Ezra's last session with his teacher, he was doing RPM, and they were getting ready to go. We were all done. We were saying goodbye, and he wasn't prompted to at all, but he just took the piece of paper that he spells out his letters on, and then he just did B-Y-E for bye. And I think that was really cool because it showed that he can actually communicate, and he understands how to actually use his RPM now for communication. And though sometimes he kind of doesn't do it when he wants to communicate, it's nice to know that he can, at least at a basic level, talk to us. And he understands a lot more than he lets on.
Time I was sitting down playing Monopoly with Simon. I picked up a phone, and then Simon got so frustrated with me, he took the phone and threw it. And didn't want me to get distracted. So he taught me a lesson there, that I should focus on people and not distractions.
So go ahead and drop a comment below if you have a family member or a friend who's autistic. The first thing that I got to do was clean up some poo that Ezra had, smeared everywhere. Should I not talk about that?
So we had a family reunion, and it was fun because they had this huge backyard with a bunch of grass and stuff. And Ezra was running around laughing, and then actually you could go over this little gate, and then there'd be this lake. And last time we did that, but this time we couldn't. And then Ezra was mad because he loved that lake because we were going canoeing and stuff, and you can see that video here. It was really fun. When we went, Dad was like, "No, Ezra, you can't go over it," and he got mad and stuff. Usually Dad and Mom pray with Ezra and then do the night routine. But this time they were on a call, so I did Simon and Ezra. And I put Simon to bed, we read a book, we sang a song, we said our prayer, and I went to Ezra. In the prayer I was saying to Ezra, I said, and we're thankful that Ezra could have fun time running around in the grass at the family reunion. And then I said that in the prayer, and I said it, and then he just stared at me and went and then I was like, oh, well, he didn't go in the lake, so he's probably like, I'm not happy that happened. I wanted to go in the lake, not just in the grass, Marie. I always try to assume intelligence, because sometimes people are like, well, yeah, he doesn't understand. And then later I figured out that he probably actually did, and yeah. While we lived in an RV full time, and we traveled to all the national parks, Ezra loved hiking with the family. While we were on a lot of hikes and stuff, it was super fun. Sometimes, some people would be just walking slow because they were talking or something. And then Ezra would always be up front, and he'd look back and be like, guys, what are you doing? And then just, run back there, bring us back so we were all together. One time when we were actually walking on a walk, I was holding Ezra on his leash so he wouldn't run away. And then Simon came up to me and was like, can I hold it? And I handed it to him. And then he started walking him. And then Ezra somehow just noticed that without turning back and just started sprinting. It was kind of funny because then Simon was like, Ezra, slow down! And yeah, it was fun, I guess.
What would the world be like if everyone had an autistic family member?
If everybody grew up in an autistic world, everybody would be more kind, and they wouldn't look at somebody with autism and be like, why are they acting like that? And judge them and be kind of mean, but they don't know it. I honestly feel like the world would just be a better place because everybody would be more kind and understanding.
I feel like if the world had people who had brothers and sisters with autism, then they would be more willing to help people who have special needs, and society would be more united. I think if you had a chance to get to know my brothers, they would teach you to be understanding, loving, and kind. That's a lesson that the world needs. It would teach people to be more patient.
I think that everyone would be a lot more empathetic, and we would be able to interact with a lot less judgment and a lot less prejudice, and that we would be able to just get to know each other for who we really are. And that's what I get to do. I get to be close to and get to know my autistic brothers, and I feel like they've blessed my life and they've blessed my outlook on life, and I'm grateful that I get to know them so well.
I had to clean my room to shoot this video. My mom asked me these same questions 3 years ago. Watch that video here. And our autism playlist is here. Remember, if you have an autistic child, you're in good company, or sibling, or dad, or mom.